Waiting for it. Oh, we're on. Oh, yeah. What up, man?
Don't do that.
Why? I like to sing myself into a happy mood before we start ripping on Arsenal. I mean, talking about the EPL.
Oh. Yeah, you got another rant in you?
Dude, I always have a rant about Arsenal in me. I live for this, man.
Yeah, I know you do.
0 people could listen to this, and I would just continuously rant about Arsenal.
So it's like your therapy session.
Dude, 100%.
Dude,
yeah.
I should be getting paid for this shit.
yeah. Well, no, I don't even need to get paid for this shit. It's like charity.
What? I don't want to be charity. I should be getting paid for this. Pay me. I'm going to listen to your damn thoughts and innermost issues.
Well,
your Arsenal hate.
That's not even my innermost issue. It used to be Man U hate. Now they suck so much, it's more of Man U comedy.
Yeah, now you just feel sorry for him.
Yeah, well, I still don't even feel sorry for him. That's the worst thing. Well, we had a shit week for each of us, to be fair.
Bro, terrible week. It was losses, and I got 1 in tipping. I got 1 out of 10.
I got 3.
Yeah, that's how bad this week was.
Yeah, I know, we're even now.
Now we're back to even, yeah.
Nice.
You should have given up 3 weeks ago.
when I didn't tip?
Yeah, you should have given up.
Yeah. We got a little bit of news before we jump into the games this week. Some super interesting news. Why don't we start with West Ham have a new manager?
Yes. So I think we called this fucking ages ago that Potter was going to get sacked. He had 2 games. I think he ended up making 3 games. Got sacked after last game. Bound to happen.
Yeah, but then an hour later?
Like an hour later.
They've got a new manager?
They already had him. They had Nuno Espirito Santo.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
So it was always the plan. There was no way Potter... We saw it from a mile away. There was no way that Potter was ever going to survive.
Dude... Potter's gone now to Brighton. He did okay at, right? Then left Brighton and they kind of got better. Which everyone thought, well, Potter's making this team that doesn't deserve to be in the Premier League look like a Premier League team.
Yeah.
No, the players just deserve to be in the Premier League.
It's just that the club is run so well that you just need a solid manager there.
Yeah, as long as you have a manager that goes, all right, there's my best 11. I'm going to put them on the park. You say, how do you want us to play, boss? However you like.
However you've been playing for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
You see, I think once you're going to, hey, you want to pick the players you want to bring into your team? All right. Who the fuck are these players you brought into the team, man? Because
whoever they bring in keeps working.
Yeah. And then, look, Nuno takes over. I imagine he'll put West Ham to the mid-table for sure.
With the players that he has at the moment, I think he'd be lucky he'll keep them in the bottom half of the table, but above relegation. But the thing will be in January. What does he do in January to help West Ham stay afloat?
Well, I think his only aim for the season is going to have to be keep West Ham in the Premier League.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's the only aim that he should have. Maybe an EFL Cup. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Well, they might be eliminated from that. I'm going to check it right now.
No, I think they might actually be eliminated. Yeah, correct. I think you're right.
I think they are already eliminated.
Dude, yeah.
So they do have FA Cup, which is cool.
They're not winning that.
They are not. They don't have any fixtures. So yes, they are out.
Yeah.
So at the moment, all they have is the Premier League and the FA Cup when it comes about.
Yeah.
But I think if you can get like a deep run into the FA Cup, but I don't think that starts until like November or December. So still got plenty of time. But I think just for now is that they work their way towards just staying afloat. That's all it is.
Yeah, just stay in the Premier League.
Just settle the ship.
Yeah,
stay in the Premier League.
And I think that's very doable with the team they've got. Jarrod Bowen will continue to score goals.
Bro.
Because he's the only one who's going to do it.
He literally is the only one that does anything.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of that game. And
you have Pat Paquetá in the midfield.
Yeah.
Just with as much effort as possible.
Yeah.
And Bowen's scoring goals. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it comes down to.
That's all you got to hope for. Just hope for 1-0 wins.
Yep.
And 1-1 draws.
Yeah.
And every so often, Bowen will get 2 goals.
It's pretty much, he's the only one doing anything at the moment. It's crazy that a guy that's been there for so long, nobody could still stop him from scoring. He's playing for West Ham, you know what I mean? Like, you would think someone would be like, just stay on Jarrod Bowen. But every time he finds space, he gets shot.
Professional. If he played at a bigger team, I don't think he'd be any better, to be fair. I think it's a perfect team for Bowen to be in at West Ham, right? Because his father-in-law's
He's
Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer, that's it. Yeah.
Die-hard West Ham fan.
Exactly. So
You know what I mean? He'll be fine.
yeah,
He'll be fine.
Yeah, they lost to Wolves.
That sucks for them, dude. Because Wolves suck. But then on other news, I thought this was an interesting comment that came out this week. Oliver Gashner, obviously the Palace manager, is doing so well for him. What are they, 18 games undefeated? The longest record of any team in the world.
They are fucking solid as at the moment.
Solid. Well, when we jump into the game this week, I'll only give them praise, to be honest.
We'll get into it.
But came out with a comment to say that, if Man U came a knocking, he would leave Palace and go join Man U. I think that's a bit of bullshit to Palace, to be fair, because, I mean, like we said, I think now we've seen players kicking up stinks and saying, I want to leave the club. Then you've got now managers saying, oh, yeah, I'd totally join Man U if they came knocking. What's going on?
Well, I think it might be a bit of frustration at the same time. Maybe he's thinking he's done so well for the club, they should be backing him. They didn't really back him in the transfer window. So maybe
they sold probably his best player, being Eze.
Yeah, and that Guy's going to be leaving either January if you guys put a bid in, or next year on a free. So that's two of your best players gone. And I think he's developed a good team, but he's not being backed in the transfer market. So maybe it's just a bit of frustration, or maybe it's just like a ploy to try to get him to maybe sign a new contract for himself to get a bit more money and to get some backing in the transfer window.
I mean, look, to be fair, I don't trust his judgment now that he's saying he'd join Man U. That job seems fucked.
Yeah, that is. I think I've said it for a while now. It's the poison chalice.
Oh, dude.
To get that team out of the muck that they're in, it's going to take a lot.
Dude, it's a golden handcuff, right? They go, we're going to pay you so much money, but we're going to literally make you do the worst job possible. Because you're going to go in there and then you have the freedom to buy the players you want. There's no excuse of, the player I wanted wouldn't come, right? Like you could say Eddie Howe has at Newcastle, okay? Like he can't, all the players he wanted to go get, they just couldn't get, right? When joined other clubs, specifically Šeško, who joined Man U. You know what I mean? So players will choose Man U, one, because they'll pay you a fucking fortune to go there, and two, it is a big club with a big exposure to players. So like your Instagrams, everything blows up by you going to this club.
Oh yeah, especially when you compare it to Crystal Palace. Like we know how good Crystal Palace is, but you're asking the average fan, and they'd be like,
well, you go and ask a guy from La Liga, and you go, you want to go to Crystal Palace? They'll be like,
probably not.
Yeah.
But little do they know, they've got one of the top managers in the league.
Yes.
Plus, they've just got an FA Cup and a Community Shield. We know how good they are.
Yeah, correct.
But your average bloke outside of us would be like, or outside of like the EPL
Palace.
circle.
Palace has always sucked. I don't want to go to Palace. They come 10th.
Yeah, you're like, Palace in London. Like if I want to go to London, I'll go to Arsenal or Tottenham or Chelsea. You know what
exactly
I mean?
Right. Who's the keeper? Dean Henderson.
Sounds like a teacher's name.
Yeah.
Mr. Henderson.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Henderson. How are you? But actually, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty good keeper.
So I don't know. I just think the comments that should be understood. If everyone's going to go scrutinise players for saying the same thing, you should be scrutinising managers too. More importantly, scrutinising managers, because does that make those players that are at Palace want to stay at Palace? Like if you know the manager that's been able to keep you on an 18-game unbeaten streak, able to win you 2 trophies at the club that they never won previously. And then he goes, well, if Man U comes, I'll go. Because it obviously looks like that, well, I don't know how he still has a job, Amarim, but it does look like he will.
I know how.
Oh, please.
Pick me. Yep.
Okay.
I know why. So the reason why he still has a job is because the Sir Radcliffe and his group have decided that if they are going to look for a new coach, it won't be until November. Reason why is because if it gets to November, they have to pay Amarim less of a payout.
But Amarim already came out and said he would leave. He would quit and walk away from the job.
That's crazy.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
When he got super depressed and he's like, oh, and then the next day he's like, some days I say things and other days I say other stuff.
Yeah, he might be bipolar or have a split personality, one or the other.
Yeah, or be so highly depressed he may kill himself, man.
Whatever he is, it still sucks at Man U.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what personality you have. Doesn't matter how you're feeling. Man U still suck at the end of the day.
So, look, man, obviously Oliver Gashner would be fine at Man U. I reckon they'd destroy his career, but...
I would... Just sticking on, if Amarin leaves, I would love... There are 2 names I would love to see. One that we've always brought up, Southgate. I really would love to see Southgate try his hand at club football because we know how much he sucks.
And international.
Yeah. So imagine him with, like, he had the ultimate team. Imagine you're trying to use a team which you buy instead of a team that you're given, right? And try to make that work for 9 months out of the year instead of once every 4 years or 2 years.
Well,
right?
and also we saw the selections that he made when he had a great pool of players.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, did that 17-year-old play really good 2 games in a row? I'm going to start him.
English jersey now.
Start him. Wait, so who are you going to bench? I'm going to bench Declan Rice, and I'm going to play Kobe Mainu. It's like, hang on a second.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's just chill out a second here. Maybe start him off the bench. No.
The other one would be the recently sacked Graham Potter. I would love to see that too.
Equally as funny, right? Because I think they're actually the same person.
Yeah,
Southgate and Potter may be the same person. They're just...
I've never seen them both in a room together.
Yeah. Because they literally do the same thing to teams. They go in there, they just sit there and they go, you go play. You 11. You're the best, right?
You know how to kick the ball, right?
Yeah.
Yes. You go.
You've played football before?
You got this.
Yeah. All right. You get out there.
It's going to be interesting.
Give him hell, guys.
It's going to be interesting to see how Man U do this year. Whether Amorim stays and if they get another manager, it's going to be interesting.
Dude,
to see.
all I know is I got $100 bet with a guy at my fucking work. He said the Man U's going to finish in the top 4. I keep asking him every day. I'm like, you just want to pay me now? You just pay me now. I'm going to shout the whole office donuts. So we can all celebrate and eat in front of you and go, this is victory donuts.
So he's an idiot. He could have put top 5. Top 5 is Champions League now. He could have said top 5.
I still would have taken the bet. Are you fucking serious?
I hope he finishes 5th.
He's not finishing 5th?
15th.
Yeah, dude, 15th is way more realistic. In other news, interesting one here. There's been a world record bid for Tottenham.
Yeah.
$4.5 billion from a US consortium.
Yes.
Instant no from Tottenham.
Instant rejection.
Instant rejection. Tottenham is not for sale.
Yeah.
I like that attitude. If you're a Tottenham fan, I mean, it sucks to be a Tottenham fan, but
hey man, they won a trophy last year.
It still doesn't make it any better to be a Tottenham fan.
I would take that.
Nah, dude.
Look, I'm a Chelsea fan, so obviously I wouldn't be a Tottenham fan, but still.
Yeah, but even I feel like being a Tottenham fan is just hating Arsenal the most.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all they had.
Yeah,
for a while, but now they can say they're European champions,
and,
whereas Arsenal can't.
I think my new point is I feel like Liverpool is Arsenal's new Tottenham. Like
you love to hate on Arsenal?
No, like Arsenal will just focus on the results of Tottenham, and as long as Arsenal did a better result than Tottenham, they were like happy.
Oh, there was a long period there where,
you know what I mean?
When Wenger was there and they were always beating Tottenham, but they weren't winning anything.
Yeah.
They were getting Champions League and above Tottenham.
Yeah.
That was a success for them. I remember that. We always kept saying, you have to improve. You can't just keep following. It's like, no, it's good. It's good.
Better than Tottenham.
Better than Tottenham. You're going, that's such a low fucking bar to have. You know, you don't
at least they've raised their bar and now they're aiming at Liverpool.
Yeah, now it's Liverpool.
Yeah. So if they finish above Liverpool, they're happy.
Hey, look, if they finish above Liverpool this year, it could mean a title.
It could.
It could mean a title this year.
I mean, fuck, I'd hate to see. What would the celebration look like if Arsenal won a trophy?
Gay pride parade.
We're going to paint the streets rainbow.
Bro, have you seen they have a gay Arsenal fan club and they
do.
celebrate? Dude, that is exactly...
They have like...
Okay, you know Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
That's what the parade is going to look like.
Mardi Arsenal.
Yeah. Take it in the Arsenal.
Jeez. That's rough.
That's a good one. Yeah, even I'm proud of that one. That was a good one.
Literally. And whilst we're on the topic of Arsenal...
Speaking of gay pride parades...
Yeah. We all know that Arteta has unusual managing techniques.
Okay,
let's get comfortable for this one.
Look, he does like to get... Look, okay, he thinks outside the box. I will give him that, okay? But the box that he's going out of is fucking wilderness and weird shit.
Yeah.
The one against you guys where he had the speakers playing with...
Yeah, you'll never walk alone. Just so they could get used to the atmosphere of Anfield.
They're professional players. They should know what a big game feels like. Like, how many players of them, like, you think of like Martinelli and Gabriel, they played for Brazil, right? They would have been in World Cup games. That is bigger, no offense, but a World Cup game is bigger than an Anfield game. So they've played in big tournaments. And he's like, no, I'm going to crank the shit out of this stadium with You'll Never Walk Alone. And that'll work. Pretty sure they lost that game.
Yep.
Then you've got the light bulb. The light bulb chat that he puts out there.
It's insane. But it's also how he starts yelling about the light bulb.
Yeah.
Like, you don't work together. And he's like pointing the light bulb in their face.
And there's guys at the back going,
what the fuck
fuck is this dickhead talking about?
Light bulbs?
Are we going to talk tactics? No. We're going to talk about light bulbs and Thomas Edison and electricity and connection.
You know what they should do? It's like, when
Connect
you go to
these
the
nuts.
you don't even have that at the baseball. They're like, it's free hot dog day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They should do it's like free light bulb day, and they're just all there with this light bulbs up their ass or something.
And here come the pretzels.
But he does now have a new tactic he's bringing in.
Yes.
He's bringing in the RAF fighter pilots.
Yes, the Air Force.
Bringing
in the Royal Air Force.
Ah, fuck, man. Got to bring in the Royal Air Force so that they can teach him how to better communicate with his players.
Do you really need the Air Force? Don't the Air Force have better things to worry about than teaching Arteta how to speak to his players?
Dude, they need to buy more jets, man. And they need the money. So this idiot, like this guy's contacted them and go, hey, can you guys come in and teach me how to speak to my players better? And they've gone, £150,000. And he went, I'll give you 300. And he goes, done.
250. 350.
Yeah. He reverse negotiates. That's like when he's trying to sell Jorginho, he went, 10 million. And they go, release him. And he goes, all right, I'm going to give you some money to take Jorginho.
Look, again, this is another idea outside the box. Cool. I find it's going to be useless unless he gets out the poles and he starts like telling him where to move, like an air instructor.
Well, I mean, look, to be fair, after 5 years of nothing, right, going on 6,
3 seconds.
3 seconds? Oh, well, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Me personally, I just don't count seconds as anything.
Come on, man.
My mistake.
Come on, man.
My mistake. I just thought, because then all those years we came second to Man City. God damn, we were fucking awesome. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And it's like, well, if Son scored that goal, then we would have won. It's like, cool, man.
Yeah, I know. Ifs, ands, and maybes.
Yeah, that's what he speaks. It should be Mikel, if, ands, or maybes Arteta. That's his boxing name. You fucking idiot. Why don't we jump into match day 6?
Yes, let's get into match day 6.
Interesting match day.
Yeah.
I got 3 out of 10, like I said earlier.
Yep, I got a solid 1. I'm sure you'll know which game that would be. But let's start with the Brentford Man U game.
Brentford Man U.
Look, I had a draw. I got that one wrong.
I went Man U on that one.
I'll tell you what you had. You had Man U, yeah. So we're both wrong on that.
I went Man U on that one. I even bet on that one to be Man U. I thought Brentford, after last week, had one of the worst defensive showings I have seen from an EPL club in most recent seasons. I cannot tell you when. They had air swings, they had own goals, they had missed headers, and they had jumbles in their line, right? Like, they just had players out of position in their defensive line. And I thought, Man U surely takes advantage of this. I assumed Šeško would get his first goal. I was kind of right on that assumption.
No, well, you weren't kind of right. You were right. He did score.
He did score.
It did take him 3 attempts to get it in finally. It was good scramble defence by the Brentford keeper and the defender, but it was just funny how they kick it straight back to him.
Yeah.
Hit it again, straight back to him. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah, and he goes, yes! And then celebrates like he's won a fucking World Cup. And I'm just like, oh my God. But Thiago from Brentford, I mean, I might flag him as an actual option to come off the bench for your fantasy team.
Look, I think he'd be the reason I wouldn't is because I think there's enough good strikers out there to put in that are all starters.
Yeah.
If you needed to downgrade someone, Thiago would be a good player to put in for a downgrade.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you want to make some room to bring in a bigger player.
Yeah.
Right?
Say you want to stack your midfield.
Well, Cole Palmer, right? If Cole Palmer comes back and you need some points to put him in, you want to downgrade, say, João Pedro.
João Pedro,
right?
yeah.
I think that's a great downgrade. Go to Thiago. As long as Brentford's not versing Liverpool, Man City.
Yeah, as long as they got a nice little run. Yeah.
Then I think he's decent. He's decent to put in. But that being said, Brentford destroyed Man U.
They played very well.
I know,
very well.
I'm going to say this on this because I'm pretty sure I texted it to the group live. Dorgu sucks, man.
You've been saying that for a long time.
Dude, I cannot see what he does as a player that makes him, that contributes anything to the team.
Well, I will give Dorgu a bit of credit. He did have the second highest score rating in Man U's team, one behind Sesko because Sesko scored. But I think, Dorgu did. Look, I think you rip on him a little bit too much, right? Personally, right?
I don't think I do.
And I'll give you one thing he did do is that goal that Sesko scored. The ball went through. He ran for it, kept the ball in before it got headed back in, right? So he hustled. I think you do give him a lot of grief, and I don't think it's all warranted. And I think he will be okay. Right, the guy is only 20 years old, right? He's in a new team. I know he came in January, but they're not playing well as a whole. So I think
the entire team sucks.
Yeah, I think just always saying it's dog. I know he's just saying
he's
it's
out
dog,
of position so often.
but he plays as a left wing back, so he's up and back, and maybe he's not. He hasn't got it.
Yeah, but he's
got it
out
right
of
yet.
position for when they're in attack, and he's out of position when they're in defense.
In defense, I can see him being out of attack, and I don't know whether that's because he bombs up too high and he's got to track back. But I think in attack, he gets really high.
But I'd rather... I mean, everyone ripped on Trent for the same fucking thing. Mm-hmm. He's out of position, but he doesn't deliver the balls that Trent delivered.
No. Very, very few did, to be fair, yeah.
So, I don't know. But really, okay, if I focus on Dorgu, then I think obviously the real culprit here is Bruno. But I think Bruno needs to be gone from this team.
We said this last year, right? When Saudi came calling, he had to go to Saudi. They should have forced their hand.
Yeah, they should have
said,
told
look,
him,
you got to go.
You need to go, dude.
You need to go. And I think he's now missed 2 penalties this year. It's only been 6 games. He's already missed 2 penalties. And the one he missed on the weekend was weak as fuck.
And that was what he was touted to be the best at, right? He was supposed to be one of the best penalty takers in the world. Well, he doesn't miss penalties.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but he's changed the way he does his run-up. Remember he used to do the run-up and he'd have like a jump, a hop, a skip, and a jump? He doesn't do it anymore. And I think now he's changed his... Because what was happening was everybody was waiting for him, right? And so then at the time, he was going a bit quicker to get him off their feet. But I think now he's got to pull back and go back to doing it that way. Because he's just... All these penalties are fucking low and perfect for the keeper. And that was perfect for Kelleher on the weekend.
Oh, it was a weak penalty,
Easy.
dude.
Which was good for us, though, because we had... Fernandez to have a shot on target.
Yeah.
So I was like, please just get it on target, nice and low. And he missed it. I was like, sucked in.
Dude,
plus, I got money.
Listen, I had a bit of brave juice on the Saturday night, so I was sitting here watching the game, and at halftime when it was 2-1, I was getting offered $4.50 for Man U to win the game, and I'm like,
live.
Live,
yeah.
So I put $100 on them live to win the game,
and then Bruno came,
and then when the penalty came, I'm like, they could do it here.
We're on now, yeah.
Then he missed it. I'm just like, I fucking hate Man U. I hate them with every bit of my body and fucking soul.
All right, next game.
Leeds Bournemouth.
Okay, so Leeds Bournemouth. Excuse me. I think internet's not working, but I got that one wrong too.
Yeah, so did I. I'm pretty sure I went Leeds. I had them to win in a multi. I don't know if I changed my idea for tipping on that one.
But look, the game itself was pretty straightforward. I know it said, no, actually, you picked a draw, so you got that one right. I had Bournemouth, but Leeds are up 2-0, and then
nice.
Yeah,
I did think I did pick Leeds to win on the night again with the Brave Juice. But like I think Bournemouth got pretty lucky on their first goal from Semenyo.
Semenyo's free kick, yeah.
Yeah, a very soft foul by Stack in the midfield. Kind of got his arm across him type thing. He went down. They got a free kick, and I'm like, I don't.
But look, I will say it was a nice free kick considering how close it was.
Yeah, I think the wall probably wasn't in the right position there.
No,
not at all.
No.
But I'm double
was that
burning.
deflection? It was the deflection, wasn't it?
Yeah. Then obviously Rondon, the centre back for Leeds, who was on my bench, fuck, gets a headed goal.
Yep.
Followed by a Longstaff volley. Great volley by Longstaff, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then Bournemouth get last minute winner.
Yeah, Krupi, I think it was. Krupi, last minute.
Yeah,
Literally.
it was a long free kick of kind of a silly foul from Leeds.
Yeah.
But anyone would make. But long free kick, just put it in the box.
Yeah.
And this is what I say. At the end of the game, these teams are trying to hold possession and work out, mate, just put the ball in the box.
Just hoof it.
Just put it in the box.
That's it.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on the defence.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on the defence. So, I mean, look, 2-2 draw there.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
Bournemouth again, proving that Semenyo is worth putting in your fantasy.
And like we saw, I mean, we'll get into it, but he's been the highest price rise out of the whole comp.
Yeah.
For good reason as well.
0.8.
Yeah.
Well, then we had your game, the Chelsea-Brighton game.
Yeah. Look, we did lose 3-1. Now, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people thinking, oh, Chelsea's in crisis, something's going on, blah, blah, blah. But Maresca came out and he said, in the last 6 months, we've lost 5 games, and 4 of them we had a red card in. So I think that comes.
I think to address the issue of why you guys getting red cards.
Well, look, the one against Man U, they were both the same. One against Man U was last man. We left a massive gap, and Sanchez made the choice. Can't hate on him for at least making a choice and just didn't come off. Whatever. This week it was. We dominated the first half. We absolutely killed them. We probably could have scored 2. I mean, Brighton, don't get me wrong, Brighton's a fucking good team, solid team, hard to beat. But at home, we were dominating. We could have gone up 2, got the 1 goal. But as soon as we came out of the second half, Andre Santos fumbled around with it at the back and it went through. And look, I was hoping actually that Chalobah got the ball, which he kind of did. But then after he gets the ball, he crosses his leg and he gets the last man again, red card. So look, it's unfortunate. We are falling behind because of these red cards now. Because now that's 2 losses in a row.
I also chalk it up like you have such a young team, well, and these type of decisions get made by young players, right? Like,
well, Chalobah is one of our more experienced players, and Sanchez is probably one of our oldest
how old
players.
Chalobah? What's he? 23, 24?
24, I think. Yeah, and Sanchez is like 27.
And that's your more experienced player. Like you don't have the level of. Now Van Dijk's probably a bad example in this one, but you don't have that senior player who's dictated, which you used to have.
Oh, yeah.
When you had Thiago Silva there.
We had Thiago Silva. Even before that, we had Gary Cahill. Before that, we had John Terry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had a
You
line.
haven't had that for a while now.
No, we haven't.
Especially under Maresca.
No, we haven't. Our oldest player has probably been
27.
Well, Cole. Oh, sorry, I was talking about centre backs.
Oh.
Probably be Colwill. No, I think probably Chalobah is probably old. No, Tossin. But Tossin's 27 and he's injured. Mm-hmm. So, is what it is. But look, like you're talking about the leadership thing. Once again, we cop a red card and Maresca shit the bed. Like he even came out later, and he came out today after the Benfica game, and he said he apologized because he goes he tried to make changes and they didn't work out. No. Now I can commiserate.
I think it's appropriate that the Chelsea flag's fallen down.
Yeah, no, it's not happy.
Yeah.
Not happy.
Champions, they're down.
I commiserate him. I think that's the word for coming out and saying he apologizes because
Commend him.
Thank you. He against Man U, we lost Sanchez and he made 3 subs straight away and went full defensive. It didn't work. This week he tried to do the same thing. He took off Esteval, who was probably one of our best players, and put Gusto as a right winger. And I'm like, if you're going to play a winger, play Garnacho.
And then Gusto got lucky, man. Kicked that guy in the head.
Gusto was the reason for the first goal, and he nearly gave away a penalty after that. He has not been playing well this year. So I found it a bit weird that he's made these choices. I mean, if you want to shore things up, just put him on as a proper wing back. Right?
Well,
and just
I still think
5.
you have to play the game, right? Like, I think, all right, remove yourself from attacking options, right? Withdraw a little bit on what you're going to attack, lie a bit deeper, but still have some push to go forward.
Well, there was a point in the game where I think we were up 1-0 or it was 1-1, one of those. I think we were up 1-0. And Gusto's made a bombing run and someone's put a through ball through him and he's got fucking acres of space, but instead of him hitting it hard and just going to the line, he pulls it back.
Yes, I did see
everyone, and the whole crowd's going, fucking, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm at home going, bro, just bomb it. Just go.
Yeah, just go. Just 2 of you go.
Yeah, just go.
Just 2 of you.
Just see what happens.
If 2 of you get caught up there, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you had the additional man, you would have bombed up with 4 players.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So if you just bomb up with 2 and hopefully just whip the ball in,
you might
maybe
get a corner. You might make the keeper make a save, so you're still showing pressure. But he cuts back in, allows all the Brighton defenders and midfielders to get behind, and then we'll fuck. And you go, oh, fuck.
He also even had the option of just playing the straight through ball.
Yeah.
Right? Just playing a straight through ball, hard ball to play. Right? Could get cut out. But it's the same. If it gets cut out there, you're at the same place that you were if you cut it back.
Yeah. So look, we are still making, and that's where having an experienced player in your team helps, right? And we just don't have that at the moment. At the moment, we've got too many young players that don't know how to handle these situations when you go down to 10 men. Back in the day, we could go down to 10 men and we would we know what we're doing. Now they've kind of lost their way. So young team helps in one ways, but things like this, it leads to a 3-1 loss.
Yeah, I mean, look, 100%. So, but it's also that Brighton gets the 2 goals. When you go full defensive, you leave yourself up to getting tired. And what happened, right?
Yep.
90 plus 2, 90 plus 10.
Yep.
2 goals, right? And
the 90 plus 10, we were pushing up. We had a couple of players. I get that. But the 90 plus 2 one really fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Really hurt us.
Because that's the point is, like, and also the time wasting and the slowing down of the game gives you the 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, Slot came out, all right, when Everton were complaining last week and saying, oh, only 3 minutes, Liverpool would have got more. Slot came out, he goes, I can guarantee you that a lot of teams that play us waste a lot of time, and that's where the time gets accumulated.
Yeah.
Then we had the Man City Burnley game.
Look, this is the one game I got right.
Yeah,
All right.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Man City at home against a newly promoted team.
I know, who would have thought. But to be fair, it was 1-1 at one stage.
Well, yeah.
It was.
It was. That's. I mean,
It was actually 1-1 until first half was 1-1.
Well, I feel sorry for is it Esteve? Esteve or Esteve?
Yeah. Well, look, Haaland got a double. Right.
Well, he got a double too.
And then Esteve thought, no, I'm going to get a double as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to let you have all the fun.
It's just that his double went in the wrong goal.
He would have. And I think, look, the point in this game, there's not much to talk about, right? It was just Man City.
They just
kind of having their way with Burnley.
Look, Haaland got a double.
Haaland
got a double and an assist, so he had a pretty good game.
Yeah, but he did get both those goals after 90 minutes.
And they were both gifted to him.
Yes, they were both tap-ins after Burnley just gave up.
They kept heading it back to the keeper and passing it back to the keeper, and Haaland's like, thank you. Easy.
Yeah, let me just tap this in. And then we had my disappointment for the round. Palace, Liverpool.
Oh, you, baby.
Both wrong on this one.
Yeah, I actually had a draw. So I was a little bit upset.
Which it definitely could have been, right? Our first half is probably the worst football that we have played.
Fuck, under Slot for sure.
Yeah, it is the worst football that we have played. Palace had their way with us.
Absolutely.
They kept breaking. Again, we hold a lot of possession, but we're not doing anything with the possession. And I'm chalking it up to, like, our midfield's not gelling at all, right? Dominic Szoboszlai is in great form. Well, Gravenberch is in great form.
Did he play right back again?
Have a look. I think Connor Bradley started right. Yeah, Connor Bradley started at right back.
Yeah, you're right. Connor Bradley did.
Connor Bradley started at right back.
Szoboszlai started.
So I'm trying to remember because he played right back this morning.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Szoboszlai plays number 10. I'm thinking, shouldn't Wirtz be there?
No, this is the issue that everyone had, right?
Yeah.
He played Wirtz out on the left instead of Gakpo. Wirtz was almost invisible out there on the left.
Yeah.
Right? He's not a left winger. No. Right? He needs to be in on the action. He needs to drop in on the play and get it. Yep. Now I can understand. Dominic Szoboszlai has been in better form. But to be fair,
would you say he's been your best player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, him or Gravenberch. Him and Gravenberch, they've traded up, right? Both of those guys have been both solid players for us this season with goals, assists, retention of ball especially, and winning the ball back. Very good. And I think, like, worst players have been Kanate. Wirtz has not performed to where we want him to perform at.
Kirkier's also, I don't feel like he's been doing what he did in an attacking sense. He's been nowhere near where he was at Bournemouth. He's been more defensive.
It's a slightly different position that he's playing, right? Because Bournemouth, he was the guy that bombed up. In this system, because of Dominic Szoboszlai playing right back on a few occasions, he's the guy that's bombing up, playing that inverted role. When he does that, we slot into a back three. So Kirkes has to sit back into that. And that's probably not his natural position where he's always played. You've got to remember, he's 22, right? Same as Wirtz, right? The 22-year-olds, Wirtz obviously comes with a very high price on his head, meaning he's getting the scrutiny.
Well, he's up to 009 now.
Look, it's fine. He's 009, so he's 009 in all competitions. Now, I've got to remind you, that was the same as Cristiano Ronaldo. It's the same as Thierry Henry.
In the Premier League?
Both of those players went 7 games, no goals, no assists, right? When they first started in the Premier League. Henry was
big difference.
What's the difference?
Well, Ronaldo was 17 when he went to Man U, and he started off the bench. Henri, I think, was like he might have been the same age.
No, but he was older and had already played in big teams like Juve.
Yeah, he did. In Monaco, he played for big games. I get that one, but the Ronaldo one, the Henri one, I kind of get.
But I'm just saying, there's big players that this happens to.
Yeah,
it's a conversion thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a different league. He's going to have to get used to it. He's a talent. He will get there, but I think it's less on, like, we did play terrible, but it's all credit to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace played fantastic football.
Yeah.
Right? They played off the counter. They played the counter well, and they targeted the players who they needed to target to. Fucking Mateta was bodying Kanate.
Bodied him, bro. Yeah.
Bodied him. Put him on the deck.
I think Kanate got a 3 out of 10. He was terrible.
Kanate
I
has
feel
been
like,
by far our worst player this season.
and I feel like he wouldn't be playing there if Joe Gomez, which I find is crazy, is that Joe Gomez would be ahead of Kanate. You would never
I'll
think,
put him there.
Yeah.
Joe Gomez has came off the bench once this season for Kanate and won 100% of his aerial duels, won almost 100% of his ground duels. Right, the only one he missed was a block cross, and had 100% pass accuracy out the back. I want Joe Gomez to play over Kanate. I think Kanate needs to get benched because whatever this speculation about him going to Real Madrid is, fucking go. At this stage, I'm saying sell him in January.
his head is definitely in Spain.
I wish that Giovanni didn't get injured. Because I would have loved to see him.
Because now
play
you're
in the
only
league.
down to 3 centre backs, right?
Yeah, Joe Gomez, Kanate, and Van Dijk.
I'm guessing if something does go wrong, because I'm pretty sure Joe Gomez is in and out of the team in terms of injury. So if something does go wrong, you'd probably have to put Gravenberg there.
Which he has slotted into those positions throughout games. So,
not ideal, but that I think that's the level that you get at the moment. Kanate might have to get dropped.
Well, look, the positive signs that you see in this game is obviously we came out for the second half and Slot obviously had changed a lot of it. Brought Gakpo into the game, pushed Wirtz back into the midfield.
Yep.
And you did see some more attacking options when Gakpo's there. But the problem is you've got Ekatike and Ishak up front in portions of the game and they've got no service. So
Well, Ikatike wasn't in that game, was he?
Ekatike came on.
Wasn't he suspended?
Oh, sorry, he was. I'm thinking of his...
Yeah, you're thinking this morning.
Yeah, I'm thinking of this morning. But again, Ishak's in there. He did have one opportunity to score. He missed. Gakpo had an opportunity to score. Missed. Look, we had the chances there. But again, brings on Chiesa.
Yeah.
It's a late equaliser. I think 85th minute.
85th, 86th,
Right?
yeah.
And then I'm thinking from there, I'm like, if we
which could have been scratched off.
So
I just want to know why is Salah doing this?
I think he's trying to say he got pushed in the back.
Oh, okay. So he's
falling like that. Ball comes across and it is close, right? But they can't see if it changes the rotation or direction of the ball.
I think the sun was in the way and you couldn't tell what was going on.
Well, because even when you're looking at it, I'm trying to do it and they're trying to pause it and like see if it changes. I'm like, and the thing is, you can only overturn if it's a clear and obvious error, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You cannot see if his hand, the ball doesn't change direction from him touching it. So it's not like you can see the ball bounce off his hand and go a different direction. So they don't overturn it because it does fall to a Palace player, headers it out, Chiesa.
Well, Richards was that Palace defender, right? And he said after the game, he goes, I was going to head it and then it moved. And that's why he's fucked up head. I'm just telling you what he said. Don't shoot the messenger. Right. Bro, this isn't fake news.
This is Sparta.
This is not fake news, bro. I'm telling you, that's just what he said.
But, I mean, look, it all worked out for Palace because Kirkes, at the end of the game, makes a silly defensive choice. It is not an error that he made. It was just a bad choice. He could have ran up, used, I think, his right foot to clear the ball.
And his left.
But uses his left to clear it out for a throw-in.
Yeah.
Which, with 30 seconds to go, gives what every team loves to do against us, a long throw. Right? They do a long throw, and Slot came out after the game and pretty much said exactly that one of the players wanted to break on a counter-attack for the winning goal instead of defending for the point. Right? Which was Frimpong.
Yes.
So Frimpong left his man, and Nketiah was alone at the back post and just slotted the ball in. So I understand he wants to win the game, but I think at that stage, and again, this goes back to these are new players coming into the team. We need them to gel. The positives that I can take out of this is that if this is us not gelled, we only have progression to come within the season.
Yeah. So just my one point on this game is I think this is this was building to something like this. You guys, like, let's be real, have not really played well the first 5 games of the season. I think your best game was either Arsenal or Atletico. But as a whole, it hasn't been the Liverpool that we've been used to over the past, last year especially, but probably the past 5 years. We haven't been used to playing this bad.
It's a whole new team.
Yeah, no, I get that. But yeah,
and I don't think
we're
it's
not used to this.
Bad. I just think
not playing at that level that we expect.
We're winning on individual performances, right? Because I don't think there's gelling.
Or it's late goals as well.
And, but I think the worst thing is Community Shield. Yes, we lost, right? But some of the passing and the connection play that we had in that game was out of this world. So the ability is there for it to happen, and just for some reason not. And I don't know if it's them trying to get Alexis McAllister into the team. He's not really firing either, which is strange. Or, getting used to having these out-and-out strikers. Because we didn't really have an out-and-out striker.
No,
right?
you used to have someone drop in,
Yeah.
and you had Salah. And we'll get into Salah in a bit, but man, this is the worst I've seen him play since he was at Chelsea.
He's getting no service. He doesn't. We're not playing through that kind of right-hand side.
Well, maybe having that, because he's never played with an out-and-out striker at Liverpool. He's always played with a striker.
He had Bobby. He never
played out-and-out. He would come in.
He was a number 9, and he would allow him to run off him.
Yeah,
which is true.
Ishak is like.
But Ekitike drops in. He likes to drop in and get the ball. But I think it's also Slot's system, right? So it's not as hard, fast, force the goal that Klopp had. Yeah. Right? Klopp was happy for you to put a ball over the top, whereas I think Slot wants to retain possession a lot more, move the players around a lot.
Yep.
And I don't know if our midfield... I'm completely saying it's the midfield's fault. The reason why, one, there's a lot of defensive pressure because we're not keeping that ball in the midfield and effectively breaking the lines enough, like we had done with kind of a lesser midfield, to be fair. So,
yeah.
I've got to see how they're going to gel. I think Dominic Soboslai needs to play right back. I think he's way better there. Our team's better when he plays right back.
Which is crazy because you've got Frimpong and Bradley.
Yeah, which is correct. And I think that there is a way in which they both play. But the problem is I think you lose Salah in that system.
Yeah. Which I think from the game this morning, because Salah didn't play, we'll get into Champions League next week, but just quickly, you guys played Frimpong at right wing just today and Salah off the bench. So, because he's got the African Cup of Nations, so he's eventually going to need someone there. And Frimpong was that player, and it did not work today.
You don't think so?
No. From what I read, from what I saw.
Did you watch the game?
Not the whole game, no. I just saw the highlights. But everything kind of went like through the middle or through the left. I didn't see Frimpong really get involved.
That's incorrect. Bro, he was causing the most trouble for the most fullbacks there because he gets the ball, he opens his body up, and he goes to the byline. He takes touches. If that player misses a tackle, he's straight to the byline for a cross.
Right. But I'm just saying that it didn't really, because I mean, like, he got hooked. He was the first one to get hooked today. Gakpo had a better game.
For Salah?
Yeah, for Salah, yeah. But still, I'm just wondering whether he's going to be that guy that's going to take over Salah's spot during that month.
Yeah, who else will be?
Did you put Soboslai out there? So you'd have like Gakpo.
But then again, you want Soboslai putting the... I mean, you could, right? But he doesn't really have the pace or trigger to beat players. He's more of like an effort guy, right? He's going to go win the ball back. He's going to do it. Whereas you put him up there, he's not winning the ball back. So, look, matter of opinion, man.
No, we'll see. We'll see how they go. Next game.
We had Forest and Sunderland.
Yeah, let's make this one real quick.
Oof.
Well, can I just say, Sunderland win 1-0. We both picked Forest, which was wrong. But Sunderland was the only team this week to keep a clean sheet. Yeah,
well, their keeper is the one to credit for that. He made all the saves. Yeah. Made all the saves. I think we've also proven Woods is definitely not an Ange striker.
No, he's look, I never thought he would be an Ange striker. Because Ange likes his strikers to be pressing and, help out with the midfield and bring everyone into play. Whereas Woods is a out and out number 10. He just stands up top. So, yeah, I feel like Ange needs a January transfer window.
Yeah, I mean, he walked into this team, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I will note also this was Sunderland's first away goal this season.
Nice. And it came off a free kick and back post, and
and that's how these teams will get their away goals.
Yep.
Well, then we had Tottenham Wolves. this was another boring as shit game.
Yeah, so we both had Tottenham.
Can I just say, I've been hyping this fucking shit run. Oh, sorry, this good run,
yeah.
easy run that Tottenham has, and they have generated nothing.
No.
I was so wrong, but should have been so right.
Yeah, no, it was not a good game.
No. They're
but-
not keeping clean sheets.
Which I find crazy.
They beat City and then just turned to shit.
Yeah, they played so well against City, and then they've dropped like this, which I find crazy. But yeah, Paulinho, which I put as
Well, I think we both agreed.
we're gonna go with it. Yeah,
We were tossing up between two goals, obviously one in the Villa game and then this time. But I think given the time of the goal, the pressure on for them to get a point in this game, goal of the week bot from Paulinho.
it was a
right
nice,
at the end of the
great
game.
finish.
Yeah,
good setup play.
It is a goal worth taking your shirt off and running to the sideline. Ekatike.
Next game.
Next game, so we had Villa Fulham.
Okay, so we both had a draw in this game because we would have thought Fulham would have played to Villa's potential, and they scored first. Jimenez scored first.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
3 minutes, nice header. Then he goes off injured, and I think that was the problem. As soon as he got injured, they got no Munoz, and he was injured, so Traore had to come on. He's not a striker, so I think that's where they fell apart.
Well, they lost it. They lost their attacking spark. That's for sure.
Yes.
And I will note Watkins. That was a nice finish.
Yeah, it's nice.
He got his first goal of the season.
Yeah,
It's his biggest goal drought in the history of his career.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's been on my fucking team since the start. He's done nothing
No,
for
but
me.
you kept him, man.
Yeah, on the bench this week. We will get into it. We will get into it. But the second goal was McGinn's. That was also contender.
That was contender for goal of the week.
That was a very nice finish.
Oh,
from
man,
left
he
foot.
hit the shit out of it.
Yeah, accurate, beautiful. And then Buendia gets the third one.
But yeah, look, first win of the season for Villa in the Premier League. Maybe they can capitalise. It did look like Villa of old. I will note that there was a goal line block in the 53rd minute when the Villa keeper's trying to play out from the back and just passes the
Martinez.
ball. Was it Martinez in goals?
I'll tell you.
This week? Because they've got,
Martinez.
Yeah. Martinez is trying to play it out from the back, loses the ball. It looks like they're going to get a tap in, and then they get a Villa defender clears it off the line.
Oh, really?
That was when it was 3-1. That would have made it 3-2.
Yeah, plays it straight to Iwobi.
Yeah. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yep, that's Martinez.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he'll save a penalty, then just kick the ball straight to the opposition player. Then we had the Newcastle versus Arsenal game, and I think this is probably had the most controversies in it from all the games other than I think our game and this game probably had the most controversy out of the game. I mean, Arsenal got lucky. They pulled a Liverpool out of their arse and
Last
two
minute.
late goals
Can I
to
just
win
say
the game.
that a lot of the goals this week was very NFL-esque. It was last minute, late
ditch
goals.
of the game.
Yep. There were so many goals in injury time that it just felt like, what the fuck? Like, in the Premier League, it feels like this year, you have to play all the way through. You've got to play 100. You have to play 100 minutes.
It's always
not 90.
been
You've got to
that
play
way
100 minutes now.
For sure. Because they had an overturned penalty for Arsenal on Pope.
Which is correct.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Yep.
Right? Was it Gyökeres?
Yes.
Yes, Gyökeres comes through 1-on-1 on goal. Pope comes. Now, in real time, it looks 100% like a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it gets given on the field. Gyökeres comes in, takes a touch on the ball. Pope puts his leg out. He touches the ball as well.
Just gets it,
The thing that saves him is that he plants his foot into the ground and doesn't extend. Because if he extends and then still takes him out, because he had the first touch, it'd probably still get awarded as a penalty.
Okay.
So I know Arsenal fans were jumping up and down there saying VAR screwed us because they didn't give us that penalty.
That one, I feel like VAR was correct.
Yeah.
That was a correct call.
Now, there's obviously another issue in there, right? Newcastle were up 1-0, right? Winning this game for the whole time. Now, Newcastle got to make a cross, hits Gabriel's arm as he's sliding in the air. Now, they're saying it didn't go to VAR, wasn't asked to check because it hit his foot first.
Yeah, so like a deflection off his foot into his arm. Yeah.
I disagree, right? I think his arm is in such an unnatural position that I understand it if he's running and the ball deflects and hits his arm. I can understand that. But his arm is completely in the air raised as he's sliding for the ball.
Well, I'm just trying to think. When you go for a slide tackle, you kind of go like that, right?
But that doesn't make it a...
but I think from a slide tackle would be a natural position.
But you've got to start looking at it like, well, okay, does he make his body bigger?
Which he did.
Does he gain an advantage from the handball and disadvantage?
I think they did.
And blocking the cross is definitely an advantage to the defender.
Yeah.
So on those two terms, you've got to look at it and go, well, he's made himself bigger. He's gained an advantage in the box from a cross. And was there a possibility that he could have scored a goal from that cross? Well, of course. There's always a possibility he could score from a cross.
Yeah.
So I think it should have at least went to a screen.
I think if it goes to the screen, you pretty much know it's going to be a penalty. And I think in that, because that was when it was 1-1, that was after Marino's goal. So, look, if I was a Newcastle fan, I would have been fucking pissed.
Yeah, 100%.
I would have been fucking pissed. But
100%.
if you look at it I'm going to look at it from a neutral perspective, and I can see where VAR is coming from. I can kind of get it, but I get your point where it is unnatural. Because it deflects, it gives VAR a reason to be like, it's not. So you just go with whatever the ref said. I think if the ref said penalty, it stays. Because the ref said no, they let it go. So I do feel for Newcastle because last fucking corner, last kick of the game, Arsenal get a corner and fucking Gabriel pops up.
They've definitely copped it twice now. They copped it against us and now they've copped it against us.
They did cop it against you guys as well. Fuck. And they were both at Newcastle, both at St. James's Park.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a 4-point difference.
I'm double burning. I took Gabriel out of my team and put in a Sunderland defender, which would have been a great move if I'd taken Cucurella out of my fucking team. But no.
Well, look, the good thing for you is that you picked Arsenal, so that was the one that got us even.
Well, did you ever draw in that game?
Yes.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. That's two. That's two I should have got.
Yeah, look, shoulda, woulda, coulda, man. You know, I should have tipped that week. Then we had the final game of the week where Everton, West Ham. And again, this was pretty much a nothing game as well, right? Like, fairly boring, not a whole lot of chances. Keane scores off a header.
Yeah, he scored off. It was a nice header.
And then in my notes I've got written here, surprise, surprise. Bowen scores the equaliser.
Bro, there's only one guy that's going to score.
Yeah.
There's only one guy that scores. It's fucking Bowen. Or Souček if it's a header. That's it.
Sometimes he gets a tap in when the ball deflects.
But look, Bowen again. He is probably the second most informed player, I would say, behind Haaland in terms of goals and assists.
I love that I had him in my team at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And then took him out right as he started scoring.
Well, the problem is that West Ham was so bad that you were just like, there's no one that's going to score on a consistent basis. And then fucking Bowen just does his thing.
100%. I mean, well, why don't we jump into this week's fantasy reviews?
Yep.
We've had our first triple captain dropped.
Yes.
First triple captain of the season dropped.
Who's luck?
Stammerluck, baby.
Stammerluck coming through
I think
again.
everyone in the league is going to start learning about the Stammerluck.
They'll get it.
We've been dealing with this for a solid 15 years. He's the man that can drive into any shopping centre and find a park next to the door. He's a man that he puts on any pair of pants that he hasn't worn within 2 weeks and goes, hey, you're 50.
He's the kind of guy that would walk out of a bar and a cab pulls up.
Yeah,
it
pulls up and goes, I'm going your way anyway. Just pay me $20 and you'll take him on a $100 ride. He's the guy that walks into a party and they go, hey, there's been a raffle. You just won $150.
Stammer found the ticket on the floor. It's the winning ticket.
Oh, every time. Stammer, the winning ticket. But he's now taken the lead. He triple captained Haaland, and again with the Stammer luck, 2 late goals past 90 minutes plus an assist to give him probably the best triple captain he could have done, 48 points.
Yeah, so he got 16. It was 2 goals and assists, bonus points in playing 90 minutes. Triple captained it. Did well. So, look, Stammer is now winning the comp.
I think he's ahead by 16.
Ahead of me. I'm coming for you, baby.
Oh, we've got one of our own in there. I've gone from 5th to 11th to 8th. I'm jumping all over the place.
You're a fucking yo-yo at the moment.
Listen, man, my team's really...
Who are you? Fucking Leeds.
Listen,
James Leeds United O'Neill.
I'm cool with Leeds. I'm all right with Leeds. Leeds is cool with me. You know what I mean? They're strong. But I think the big part that we need to talk about is Mr. Julian Chilati's fall from grace.
Right, just... He's just fallen, bro.
Well, let's see where he's at.
He's like a bungee jumper with no cord.
Yeah. Well, he's gone from a dominant first to one place above me at 8th. So I'm now at 9th.
Yep.
And he's at 8th.
It was a big week because he was first at the start of the week. Should we put it up on the screen? We put it up on the screen?
Yeah, we definitely can.
He was first, but then Stammer outscored him by 55 points and overtook him. It's quite a thing to see.
Yeah. So I mean, 78 points for the round. He got the most points of the week. But I will say, Akash, who I've been saying a few times this season, Charm School 101, he will be coming for you guys, right? I've versed him for a couple of seasons now. He's a quiet achiever. And he slowly creeps up on you. It gets into January, and all of a sudden he starts taking leads.
Yep.
So I think watch him, because there's been a few people that have used their wild cards this week. So it's starting to become into wild card season.
Yep.
So we've had Akash used his wild card. However, I will say he always trusts Bruno.
Bruno and Shalabar were detrimental to everybody's score this week. If you had both of them, like a certain brother.
No, well, let's just save that one for the end, please. Let me go through the other wild cards first. With Pravaka, he got some good scores. He's actually creeping up there.
Yep.
He's used his wild card, and Duckman Nguyen used his wild card pretty unsuccessfully, to be fair.
Yeah, what did he end up getting?
He got. Let's just flick across to that. God damn asshole. He got 69 points, right? So he's at 305. Yeah, so 69 points. He had his highest points. He put Gabriel in. He had Haaland in there.
Semenyo.
So, very standard,
Senesi,
but did have Bruno in there, -1. Then we had my favourite and only little brother use his wild card this week, messaging me stressed out about it as well. He included Chalobah -3 points and Bruno -1 point, with a total of -4 points for 49 points.
Well, so he couldn't have used his wild card then if he took -4.
No, he got -4 from them.
Oh, right, yes, they received -3 and -1. Yeah,
-3 and -1.
Yes.
Because, look, he brought in... I mean, look, he used the right captain. He captained Haaland in there.
Pretty much
he brought Semenyo in, which is another good choice. But everything else, not so much. Petrovic got 3, which was...
Petrovic was actually the third highest scorer with 3.
Yeah. I mean,
and his bench did tell. It could have been worse.
He could have had Esteve on the field too, which got -2. That would have been hilarious.
Take out Virgil. Take out Pedro Porro for Esteve.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro, game over.
And he would have had -5 from players that he just brought in off wildcard.
No, -6.
Yes, he would have -6.
Could you imagine
my math sucks. So. Yeah, look, I think it was a very exciting week.
Very interesting week.
We're going to see if, Stammer's team's in pretty healthy condition. Mm-hmm. He needs to take Chalobah out of his team because he's obviously now suspended.
Look, Chalobah is only out for 1 week, so if you can hold on to him, I reckon.
There's an international break.
There is an international break, and we do have a half-decent run coming up, so if you can afford to keep him, just keep him in, I reckon, because he'll be back in the team.
So, look, I mean, that's kind of the updates on what the league is. But I think, where do we see players, like, if you still have a wild card left and it's coming into wild card season, especially after the international break, I think teams where you got to look to put the players in is Bournemouth.
Again, they've still got a really good run coming up.
Yeah, how they haven't hit a hard patch is crazy. At this stage?
Well, that's like us. We haven't really hit a hard patch either. We're going to play you guys. That's going to be our hardest game so far. But we've had a half-decent run, just haven't got the results yet.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, the top transfers in for the week is Sensei and Semenyo for Bournemouth.
Fair enough.
They've had good price rises as well.
Yep.
Man City is another one. They're picking up form. They've got a few injuries. But their run's not too bad.
Yeah, look,
I wouldn't say it's full of easy games.
Look,
they've
got Brentford away, Everton at home, Villa away, Bournemouth at home, Liverpool home, Newcastle away. So they've got 2 really good games. It's not too bad. And the next 4 games after that are a bit tough, but then they got a really nice run after that.
I think Haaland's obviously going to be in your team. You're not going to move him at all.
Number 1 player in the league.
And then I think if you want a second, there's Rendiers or Doku.
Yes.
Right. And now Rendiers, I've been saying from the start, more on his price, right? Because at 5.5, it's pretty hard to argue. I don't see him going down in price. I only see him going up. And Doku could be the same.
Look, I had Doku at the start. The problem with Doku is that he's in and out of the team. He's not a consistent starter. That's the only issue I have.
But
with
at the
him.
moment, I'd say the next 3 games, given the injuries they've got, I think he starts.
I think he would start.
I think he starts. Obviously, Arsenal's coming into a great run of games.
I've been talking about this run since the start of the season, right? So this is their run coming up. They got West Ham, Fulham, Palace, Burnley, Sunderland. Then they got Tottenham, Chelsea, right? So the next 5 games, they got one tough game at home against Palace.
And I mean, if you're going to look at their team, Gabriel's always a great option. He scores headers.
Yep.
Pretty
solid defensively.
Pretty frequently. Calafiori could also be an option.
I think Timber. I think Timber would probably be more than Calafiori, yeah. Just because I think Timber gets further up.
Yeah, they score and assist, right? And then obviously, if you want to look at attacking options, you've got Gyökeres and Eze.
Yep.
I think Eze is probably a longer shot.
Yeah, look, I think Eze's still trying to work his way into the team.
Yeah.
Whereas Gyökeres, you know where he's playing. He's playing up top.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think he will.
Like we've already said, he's a bottom table bully.
And it's coming up. Yeah. It's coming up right now. So
if you want to see his run of goals, this is where it is. I would say the players, the kind of FPL managers that have João Pedro, this could be the good option to swap out João Pedro for Gyökeres.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can always swap him back and get some money back.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and especially if you gain a couple of points on your team value from it. And then, look, I think the final team that you want to look at is Palace, right? Like, they've got they're still on an unbeaten streak. They're the only undefeated team, They do have some harder runs coming up.
So they've got Everton away, Bournemouth at home, Arsenal away, right? They're tough games, right? Everton away, tough. Bournemouth at home, tough. But then you got Arsenal away. That's a really hard game. But then they got Brentford, Brighton, Wolves, Man U, Burnley, Fulham.
Yeah. And I think it's about placing yourself with the right players from there. Mateta, Munoz, Gahey.
Yep.
All very good options. Richards. Yep. Strong options to put in. And you know, you're just going to have to bench him at appropriate times.
Also, Sarr.
Ismail Sarr, he's back from injury.
Yeah.
I had him at the start of the season. I took him out when he got injured.
Which is fair.
Because they said he had a grade 2 hamstring tear and somehow he's back in like 2 weeks. What are you talking about, bro?
He's got that Ghanaian gene, bro. They just recover real quick.
Well, and then I think, look, before we kind of sign off on what's going on here, we got to look at the injury list.
Yes.
Well, injury and suspension list. I think the new additions here is Alisson. Alisson's going to be out. He came off in our Champions League game this morning.
Yep.
Injured. Doesn't look like it's a major injury, but I think he'll be out for a few weeks. It's probably good the international break's coming up.
Yeah, so look, I think they're thinking he'll be back either after the international or the week after you guys come back.
So a few weeks out, it's going to be hard against you guys this weekend without him. But again, we've probably got the best backup keeper in the league.
Yeah, that's a fair call. Yeah,
I think he's probably the best backup. Then we've got Drewsbury Hall.
Yep. So suspended for too many yellow cards already. It's been 6 weeks.
Yeah,
and you're already suspended for too many yellows, bro. What are you doing?
What he's doing is getting yellows.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. He's in my fucking fantasy team. He gets them a lot.
To be fair, the yellow that he got this week was bullshit.
Oh, yeah, dude. I saw that last bit. He gets the ball in a 50-50, clearly gets the ball. They give a foul away, and he's just ropeable about the foul call.
He's blowing up.
And the ref goes yellow card for the way you're reacting. I'm like, bro, give the guy a break, seriously. Yeah. So now he's suspended for the week. And
then, obviously, Chalobah, right? Got the red card. He's suspended until the 18th of October, so after the international break.
Yeah, so he's just suspended for the Liverpool game.
So, look, I think they're the 3 new ones. Obviously, there's a few that might not play. Ekatike is one of them because he had a bit of a muscle thing this morning, but he has a 75% chance of playing.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be pretty hard to keep off the pitch,
I
either
think
as a sub or
I think
as a starter.
I think he starts.
Oh, I think so too. Ishak needs more time.
I still think Ishak is a bit
I made the wrong move by taking him out for Ishak.
Well,
I thought I was being smart. To be fair, I have made 0.1 on team value by putting him in because a lot of people have done it. You know, I'm a strategic mastermind. What can I say?
Yeah, strategic mastermind at 9th. Yeah.
And then it's a marathon, not a sprint, man.
Tortoise in the hair, man.
Yeah. And I'm both.
You're neither. You're a piece of shit.
Dude, this is... I'm calling for abuse. And then Jimenez also injured, so I think he'll be out to at least after the international break.
Yeah, I think he'll be at least international.
So look, a few things to consider there. I think obviously if you're going to be, if you can right before an international break, save the subs. I know that I'm making my decision this week, and I'm happy to tell everyone early. Gakpo is out of my team. I gave him one more week, which I said last week.
Yep.
I'm only going to keep him for another week. Given he's just the output's not there.
No, it's not. I mean, he did score
there.
a couple goals at the start of the season, but yeah, you can tell he's really.
The output's not there, and to be fair, who's the same price? Semenyo.
I think that's an easy choice there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's delivering.
I think. Look, I might take 4 points this week.
That's a big move.
I am going to work it out because Watkins didn't do shit for me the first 5 weeks, and he scores last week. So I'm like, do I keep him or do I get Jokic?
You've been this loyal so far, man.
I'm too loyal.
Yeah.
Too loyal.
Yeah, what we say, this Jose ain't loyal.
The other one, the other player I'm thinking of is either going to be Gabriel or Timber.
Yeah.
I've got to weigh up as to whether I want to go with more attacking or stick with just a solid defensive.
Well, I think from an output perspective, especially against the smaller teams, Timber's a better choice.
That's what I was thinking, right? So
they're both the same price, I'm pretty sure as well.
Probably.
They would be one of the top. Mil.
Yeah. So I just got to work out to see. I probably will go Timber, but then I just got to work out whether I actually want Gyökeres or whether I'm going to wait till tomorrow. Champions League's on.
Well, you're going to have to wait till the end of the week. Make sure that every player's not injured.
Yes.
But it is also risky going, all right, I might bring in Timber. Then he goes off to international duties, gets injured too.
Yeah, it's a risky take. So, but there will definitely be some 1 or 2 Arsenal players coming into my team this week.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, till next week.
Don't forget, 3:30 Sunday.
Oh yeah,
Chelsea Liverpool.
Look, I hope you guys lose, man.
I hope you fucking lose.
Yeah, you can hope all you want, bro.
Chelsea.
Listen, it's an old jersey, man. Your
don't worry.
Your three's falling off.
Don't worry, bro.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Next week.
Don't slap my hand.
I'll fucking do more than slap your hand.
Peace out, everyone.